this is Tanisha. So we are going to be looking at me paint a flower in watercolor. Honestly, it says a lily flower. I'm not sure if it's a lily flower, to be honest, but I'm really new to watercolor, and so this is really one of the, I guess, say beginning stages of me trying to get into watercolor. And this video has been basically shortened tremendously because it took me almost 2.5 hours to create this piece, and that was quite a long time, and I'm sure no one would like to sit through that entire process. But I thought it would be interesting to just show you one of my first of a few watercolor paintings, and this is honestly the first one, I'll say, first one of two that I decided, okay, let's go all the way through with this. Let me just put my all into it and see how it comes out. In this painting, I am actually painting on a Clayboard. I'll put a link in the description in case you would like to check it out. It is a different material. Some people don't really like painting on this with watercolor, and I can say it is absolutely interesting, but I don't have a lot of experience with watercolor paper. But the times that I have tried to use watercolor paper, I would say it was probably easier to handle than this. But I actually utilized this to really go through with a full watercolor painting, so I don't have a lot of history with the watercolor paper to even speak of. So we'll just I'll keep working on my watercolor skills, and we'll see how I feel about paper once I start really putting my all into that, and I'll share videos on that as well. as you can see here, I starting to put in some line work, adding more detail to it, giving more life to it. And this is just another section that took quite a bit of time. As you can see, like with my watercolor paint over here, there's a lot in a tray, but I'm only using so much at a time, just a little bit at a time. And this is where I realized I had the wrong type of brush for this type of work. I really needed a thinner brush tip than what I had at the time. And again, I'm still very new to this, so I just didn't even think about the different brushes that I needed to do something like this. But that's okay. We live and we learn. It's not about perfection. It's about, for me, it was about just getting through an entire painting. And I thought it was fun. You know, I really loved the results by the time I got done with it. I mean, I really could have worked on it for 2 more hours, honestly, but I don't think I had it in me. So at this point, as you can see, I'm starting to add little dots to the flower to kind of bring out more of that look you would typically see. And I am also starting to bring in my color pencils. I really love when I see watercolor artists use colored pencils. I feel like it just adds something to it. And so I really had no plan, no rhyme or reason. I just picked out the pencils I thought would work best with what's going on, and I just went with it. Again, I didn't really do any type of testing or research. I just jumped right in there and just started going. Hey, why not? But as I'm getting here towards the end, I really like what I'm seeing, and I'm really proud of myself, being that this is really more of the early stages of my watercolor experience. So I really look forward to what I can do down the line. But this, I'm proud of it. Tell me in the comments, are you new with watercolor? Have you explored it? Do you like realistic watercolor? Do you prefer somewhere in between, more of the artistic, fun, but not so serious and realistic? Let me know. I'm really curious to hear. But we are definitely reaching the end of this video, which again is nowhere near 2.5 hours. But I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about it. And if you have any video suggestions, let me know. And if you like what you're seeing on this channel, definitely subscribe. And I really look forward to sharing more of my art journey with you, and look forward to learning more about you.